Steady now.
Discussing Chocobo GP, a sequel to Chocobo Racing that comes some 2 decades after the PlayStation 1 original, is quite tricky. Not so much because it's overly technical, but because like a lot of modern releases, several huge updates have changed things. Originally garnering significant controversy for a predatory monetization system and locking content behind a dreaded battle pass, Square Enix would backpedal 9 months later. Removing the microtransactions, letting all players access the content, and delisting a free-to-play light version, it meant that a lot of the criticism levied was suddenly gone. But how does this kart racer fare in its own right, especially on a platform with stiff competition? GP doesn't hide its influences, but it proves a competent kart racer for the most part. As one of several characters from a myriad of Final Fantasy games, including mainline titles and various Chocobo spin-offs, you'll race across 9 tracks that include up to 4 variations. These range from short to technical, and encompass both story zones and places familiar to series fans, such as Alexandria from Final Fantasy IX. There are also power-ups in the form of Magicite. You can haste for a boost, throw elemental powers, and even transform into Bahamut for a short time. There are also unlockable karts which change a character's stats and abilities, the latter of which proving interesting as they include huge speed boosts and offensive powers. Handling is solid, and the boost system works as you drift to build spark or perform tricks over jumps. It's not going to blow you away, but the fundamentals are solid at least. There are some issues which see Chocobo GP's pace lagging behind the best, however. Track design is very basic, with a majority offering straightforward routes and, but for a couple of courses, lacking aspects such as shortcuts. Gold Saucer Tracks has some cool loops and carry the risk of falling, and Alexandria has closing gates to pay attention to, but that's about it. The AI borders on cheap sometimes too, banding back to catch you up and sometimes repeatedly pummeling you with power-ups. Going from first to last on the final lap is immensely frustrating, and bubble power-ups don't always protect you. The roster is also a touch uneven. Naturally, there's quite a heavy focus on Chocobo games, and some Final Fantasy stalwarts like Terra and Steiner become available. However, a lot of the characters are just not especially interesting to play as. It sometimes feels a touch half-hearted. That being said, fans may still find plenty to enjoy. The story mode, while pretty short at a few hours, is novel. Adopting the same storybook aesthetic of Chocobo Racing, it follows a motley crew of characters who enter a racing competition in the hopes of having their wish granted. It's saccharine sweet for sure, but has a quirky side with a lot of meta jokes, nods to prior game tropes, and Easter eggs for fans.
We've got such a big group now. Shouldn't your party typically grow one at a time over the course of the game?
The only issue is the aforementioned brevity and some less than engaging challenges. Each race has a main objective and side objectives, which require you to finish a race in good time and pass each lap in first place. But considering the unpredictable nature of the AI and power-ups, it's much easier said than done, and not very enticing. Completing the game unlocks Extra Mode, where you can unlock more vehicles and tickets, as well as use any character on any race, but it's more of the same. That being said, for its brief runtime, Chocobo GP's story mode is still enjoyable. There's quite a lot of modes complementing the story too. Quick races allow you to set up custom events and change aspects such as the speed of racing, AI difficulty, and whether there are power-ups. Time attack is self-explanatory, while series races features dozens of 4-race tournaments to partake in and earn more tickets for unlockables.
Everyone has to take care of themselves.
There's a lot of multiplayer support here, allowing you to pair up on a single console or use multiple to allow 8-player competition. This is also available for online, along with the GP mode. This sees 64 racers competing across multiple races and the top 4 continuing on until the final event. It feels enjoyable to partake in and ups the stakes with plenty of rewards to be earned for victory. If you vibe with Chocobo GP's brand of racing, it should keep you playing for a while. The presentation is what you'd expect, a colourful and charming racer. Characters aren't exactly detailed, but look clean and animate nicely, especially with taunts you can perform and the storybook sequences. Stages are bright and well lit, and seeing a couple of classic Final Fantasy locales reimagined as kart tracks is cool. Performance mostly holds steady at 60 frames per second, keeping races running smoothly. The sound is solid too, especially the soundtrack. From the guitar-laden intro to the cheesy menu theme and revamped tracks from games such as Chocobo Dungeon 2, they all hit the mark. The voice work is over the top, as you'd expect, and the writing is enjoyably campy to match. The effects for racing and power-ups also do their job appropriately. Chocobo GP certainly drew ire with its original release model, and deservedly so, but how does it fare now with the more mercenary practices removed? Arika's effort is a solid kart racer, which likely won't blow away die-hard fans of Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing, but should still please aficionados. It's colourful, offers plenty of fan service for fans of both Final Fantasy and the Chocobo spin-offs, and delivers competent racing. While issues with track design, AI, and the roster do detract from its appeal, they can be overlooked. If you've exhausted the big hitters and need another kart racer to fill the void, this one may do the trick.